In this media, we will learn about diaphragm pressure gauge. Diaphragm pressure gauge consists of a capsule divided by a membrane or diaphragm. One side of the membrane, commonly at the bottom side, is filled with the fluid at predetermined pressure, and the other side is filled with the fluid or gas whose pressure is to be determined. Working. Consider the predetermined pressure as P sub ref and unknown pressure as P sub x. Pressure difference P equals P sub x minus P sub ref gives mechanical deflection to the diaphragm. Membrane deflection is proportional to the pressure applied. By measuring this membrane deflection, unknown pressure can be calculated. There are a number of ways to measure this deflection. 1. Use of mechanically coupled indicating needle. 2. Use of LVTD, linear variable differential transducer. When LVDT is used to find membrane deflection, diaphragm is connected to the core of the LVDT. As you know, in LVDT, there are two secondary coils connected in series opposition, and thus induced EMFs in those coils oppose each other. So, the resultant EMF is zero at normal condition. When core moves due to membrane deflection, the flux linking with one of the two secondary coils increases, which increases induced EMF in that coil. So, there exists some resultant EMF. From that, we can determine deflection, and thus pressure can be calculated. 3. Use of strain gauge. An electric resistant strain gauge is used to measure the membrane deflection. It has one long resistor strip XY connected to the diaphragm. In that point, X is fixed and Y is movable. As the diaphragm bends, it stretches out the resistor from XY to XY prime. This stretching causes reduction of area of cross-section of the strip and increases its length. Hence, the resistance value of the strip increases. Reference formula R equals rho L over A. The increases in resistance cause unbalance in the bridge, which show indication in the voltmeter. By measuring this voltage value, gauge can calculate the amount of deflection or bend in the diaphragm. Using this displacement, unknown pressure can be determined. Use of other velocity or displacement sensors. Thus, you have learnt about diaphragm pressure gauge.